All right, guys, welcome back to What's the Deal? Today we're going to be talking about, DJ, what is it?
What's the deal with setting goals?
Ooh, setting goals. You know, I feel like that's a super popular topic about this time of year.
Right. Oh no, it's in the amount of people in the gym right now. It's there's a lot of big goals set for a lot of people.
Yeah. In fact, that's what we talked about in our Lunch and Learn last Wednesday. So I actually did an exercise whenever we're goal setting with somebody. We have to create a framework. A lot of people don't know how to effectively set goals. And what Zig Ziglar said is if you aim at nothing, you will hit your target every time. And we find that a lot of people will go about their days, you'll go work, but you don't know what you're working for. And when you're, again, that's aiming with no target. And yeah, you're hitting, but you're hitting nothing. So in that your future self exercise, what we do is we go, hey, DJ, things have been going really, really well for the last 5 years. And we give you 4 quadrants. And the top left quadrant is job, and the top right quadrant is money. And the reason we have it set up that way is because for most people, outside of family, job and money is kind of where you set your goal. And then you have the 2 blank quadrants at the bottom, and then you get to pick, which most people pick, like family and personal growth, family and hobbies, family and vacation, family and church.
How many people you think put politics in there?
None, except for you, you sicko. And so what we do, the first question we ask is, hey, DJ, everything's going really, really well in your new career and as a real estate agent and a commercial broker. Tell me what that looks like. And DJ would go down and go, well, I've sold X amount of houses or properties. I've done this amount of leases. We have hired a paralegal to work for us inside the commercial side of the firm. I no longer have to do paperwork. This is awesome. I have been able to hire a showing admin or a showing agent to help me go show more properties so that I can, be in the office doing what I'm good at. Whatever. And then we go into the money category. DJ, what's it look like? You've killed all these things in your job, but like, how did that financially help you? And it would be like, hey, I paid down debt. I'm making X per year. I have this many investments going. And then you fill in their 2 bottom ones, which I believe, DJ, am I wrong? You'd go family next?
Family for sure.
Yeah, and then we'll get to the 4th one later.
Yeah.
And so family next, and he would talk about his 3 kids and the things that the job and the money has afforded for his family and how that's life-changing and how we're breaking generational curses, which is a really big deal. And how we're teaching our kids how to steward that money, et cetera, whatever those goals are in DJ's life. I'm just speaking for him right now. Yeah. And then the next one, we'd get to the 4th one, and what would DJ put?
Yeah, it'd be like running for office and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people put it this way. And you think about it this way, you just don't like to admit it. It's having a seat at the table when people make decisions.
Oh, okay.
So being in that world. And truthfully, I've seen firsthand bad people in those seats, and I've seen firsthand really good people in those seats. And I'm here to tell you that news media, social media will tell you that the good people are bad, the bad people are good, and vice versa.
And no one knows the truth.
And no one knows the general truth unless you're really behind the veil. But
yeah. So politics is number 4.
Oh, absolutely.
And so it would be for DJ. I don't know. I'm just going to answer some random questions like how many politicians and how many political connections did he get to make in those 5 years? Yeah. What rooms did he get to sit in?
I think a lot of it in that world, though, is not even really about the connections as much as it really is doing the work, the service, tending to needs of people. They said that call yesterday with a guy where I may or may not have been the person they wanted to hire, but there were things I told him. I said, look, man, even if you don't hire me, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this, because that's what's going to get this done. I was like, I don't care what anybody else tells you. This is, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this. And they cost you nothing. Nobody knows about them, but you got to do them because it's the world I come from. With what you have, it's where it has to go. And so it's like, it's serving people in a way that there's nothing expected in return. Now, if they hire me, absolutely would love it.
Yeah.
But if they don't, guess what? It doesn't matter. If something lands there, that could create another opportunity for me down the road. And this guy say, oh, he might not have been him today, but how about tomorrow? And so it's getting in there and serving people in ways. And so it really, really kind of aligns a lot with the job here because that's what we do.
It's what we do.
Yeah.
We serve in hopes that people need our services. And in the case they don't, like, we just give them the best advice we can on the way out the door.
That's right.
And
That's
hopefully
right.
they find that valuable and come back to us at some
That's
point.
right. And there are some we've had luck where there's some that went somewhere else, recognize, sometimes you have to see both sides of the coin to recognize what you need, and went somewhere and then came back.
That's why interviewing is important. Yeah. So anyway, so DJ spent all that time to justify why he would put politics inside his quadrant, and so we would take all those things and we go, hey DJ, you've done all this stuff in the last 5 years, and now I go, DJ, is that like your perfect life in 5 years? And for most people, they have defined their perfect life if everything went really, really, really well. Well, guys, guess what we have now? We have a goal.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
A goal with a map. My favorite one, and I've used this analogy up here in the office a couple of times so far, and I steal it from the mayor. There was the box top to the puzzle.
Okay.
Right? Like everybody they have this dream of this is what my life looks like. Okay. Well, that's the box top of the puzzle. How are you going to build a puzzle? Like a regular person's going to build the outside frame.
Oh, the framework.
Right.
Oh.
And then you're going to fill the middle in. But we all are going to fill the middle in a very different way.
Yeah.
Right. How pieces fit as they come in. So if you can put together that framework of the exterior and you have the box top to look at, okay, I have my job in order, my family, my core things I want there, the core things with money, I'm making this much money, and politics, I'm in a space where I can do X, Y, and Z. Okay, there's my framework. How am I filling it in? And this goal setting, like you said, it's going through each individual item. And guys, we went through this last week. It was the person being interviewed and the interviewee were both somewhat in tears because, again, when you start really talking about your dreams and really writing them down, it gets personal.
It's a religious moment whenever you get really transparent and honest with yourself about not just what you want out of life, but when you start asking the questions. And so after I would get done doing a quadrant with this person, I would just lower my tone and go, what does that mean to you? What would that do for your family? What changes would it make for your children? And when you start to understand the goal and then the why behind the goal, man, it's powerful. It's super powerful. There's days where I don't want to get up to go to work, and my goals remind me of what I have to do, but my why is what actually gets me out of bed to go hit those goals.
Have you ever read Simon Sinek, Start With Why?
Actually, no, I have not. So I've listened to books about why.
Yeah.
I've studied why, and I have not read his book.
So
it's very good. He is good. I've never read that book.
The book's really good, and it was one of those things. Like, so about a year ago, when I dropped about 60 pounds in a couple months, and the big takeaway I got from it was you got to find that motivating factor, that one thing, and to everybody it's very different. That one motivating factor that through all the, I just want to hit this buzzer and go back to sleep. I just want to, through all of that, it's the one thing that you can tell yourself and, okay, this is what makes it worth it. This is where I go if I do this. And so there were mornings. I mean, hell, there's even mornings now. I am not an early morning person. I am the guy that goes to sleep at 2 and wakes up at 6.
Yeah. Do you think that living inside the nightclub and bar industry for so long has changed our natural sleep patterns?
Oh, 100%. It's like,
because I actually get my second wind around 8 or 9 o'clock at night. Like I have to this day, and this is after living a lifestyle where I go to bed early and I wake up early. To this day, I have to sedate myself to go to sleep because for me, like, guys, you got to think about it. 10 o'clock was just when our shifts were getting started.
Well, that's when the gears were really starting to turn, right? Like that's when people were coming. It's when you were having to work. It's when you were having to.
My brain is getting ready to process at least 10 drink orders at a time.
And it was from 6 to 10. It was just sitting around twiddling. It was like just sitting there waiting.
We called that the times where DJ and I had the most drinks together.
That's right. And we sang a lot of songs and had a lot of fun. That to me was some of the most enjoyable times in that industry. But in the same breath, there's those older guys like my dad and his buddies without an alarm clock will wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning every morning because that's what time they had to go to work. And that's
Yeah.
what time they got up. And they did it for so long. It was built into that.
Yeah, it's the rhythm now. Yeah. I mean, Chris Rucks, dude, he suffers from that. And I don't get mad at him. Like, he's one of those guys, they're like, well, Chris doesn't show up in the morning. I'm like, Chris sells 70 houses a year.
Yeah.
The exceptional deserve exception.
Yeah.
Leave that man alone. He's figured it out.
It's, I had a coach told me this. My senior year, we won conference. My sophomore year, we started out 0-19. When you're winning, a lot of things are easy to let pass.
Yeah.
When you're losing, those little bitty things look like mountains. Mm-hmm. And so, you keep winning. Do what you got to do, brother. You got a rhythm and a routine.
Yeah.
Knock it out.
Yeah.
But so going to that, I mean, getting back to the goal setting and the start with why, it's like I found something that no matter what, I would tell myself, like when I didn't want to go, this is why you're doing this. This is the purpose. And it was without a doubt, it made the entire process very easy. And getting up at 5:30 in the morning, and even now going back to that same thing, getting up at 5:30 in the morning, I don't like it. Mm-hmm. I used to tell people all the time that the hardest part about working out was driving to the gym. It had nothing to do with inside that building. I absolutely love.
Yeah, give me 5 minutes into any workout, and I'm happy
you're
there.
There, and it's like I'm also one of those people like, give me the routine, and like I don't want to think while I'm in there. Let me just go move some weight around and go.
My favorite time was working out with a personal trainer. I did not like the bill associated with it, and I went in there. So as someone who has to plan and do everything in their life and live by a schedule, being able to walk in and just mindlessly work out, and somebody else go, hey, here's your progress, here's your percentages, here's everything, this is what we do today. I'm like, perfect, love that.
Yeah, well, ChatGPT has allowed me to do that. I went the first week, I was like, hey, those workouts that you said were 30 to 45 minutes only took me 15 minutes, and I did every rep.
Yeah.
I need something longer, more intense, working the same muscle groups and stuff like that, but I need more exercises.
So you're still having to use brain space there.
So, but it's not.
It was about being mindless.
No, I'm with you on being mindless. There was, there's been a couple of gyms, and I wish we'd have some come here, like Orange Theory, things like that. That are like that. Was, hey, you just pay a monthly membership fee. You come in 2-3 days a week. Boom, we have the routine. It's classroom setting. Knock it out. I've always enjoyed those. There was one Regimen was like that. I really enjoyed Regimen for that reason. I mean, it was just come in, workout session, and also for me, the headphones are in and the music is as loud as it can be. Just going back to that, sitting next to 20-inch subs,
Yeah, the reason DJ and I cannot hear.
No, I'm deaf. Yeah.
100% I am too.
And he did. I learned this one a couple of weeks ago. Like when the bass gets to a certain tone, everything, I don't hear a thing. Like I could see people's mouths move, but it's like when it's a certain level, I'm like, ooh, this is not good.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, in the future, you guys will see me and DJ wearing hearing aids. So if anybody owns a hearing aid company and you'd like to sponsor this show,
no doubt, no doubt. Well, that's what I just posted. The grays are really popping now, so it's good. But Harris, I'm going to ask you this, and we didn't talk about this. I don't even have permission to ask this. But I'm asking
Sweet,
anyway.
love that.
What's your goals for the company in 2026?
Yeah. So the goals remain the same. I've had my goals for this company for this year and next year. Everything's already written down and ready to go. So we have a very different model as far as the real estate side goes. And that model is we do not mass recruit. We do recruit. We don't mass recruit. I believe that mass recruiting companies are doing their own agents a big disservice. You're watering down the industry. You're telling everybody to get their license, and realistically, 98% of those people are going to fail and lose all their money and time. So we selectively recruit. We keep our numbers very low, and my goal is to be at 30, stay at 30, and make it the best career and the best atmosphere and the best team for 30 agents in Northeast Louisiana, and help 30 people partner and grow their businesses through real estate sales, through the accumulation of real estate, through our investment programs. Some fun stuff that like people may not know is, we offer cash offers and renovate now, pay later, and those opportunities are open to our agents with no money down, and they actually get 25% of owner profit. So if we buy something and hold it, 25% of it's yours, and you didn't have to do a dang thing except for locate the deal. If we flip something, 25% of the owner profit's yours, and you didn't have to do anything other than locate the deal. If you have money, you can invest with us and get as much as you want. It's your deal. And it's one of the things we do to help people get in there and start building wealth. And we limit our numbers because we just know that we can't take care of everybody.
Right.
Like there's no way that we've got 23, 24 agents right now, and my time is already stretched thin. I cannot serve everybody equally. I can't serve everybody and help them grow their businesses. And I think 30 is just a healthy number for our area and the size of our area. And we've been very successful at that. Per agent production is 21 units per agent. The board is, the average is 6 to 8. So we're triple to quadruple most of our competitors. The company, the board grew 10% year over year last year. We grew 30. So we're outpacing our competition. We're outpacing the board. Our agents are being successful. And that's my goal is strictly around agent success. If our agents are making money and they're successful, I'm successful. If they're not, I'm not. So when you ask me about my goals, it's agent success and keeping our number limited, small, lean, and a tight family.
So that's local. Is there anything outside of that?
I mean, I may have a thing or two going on.
Okay, I mean, I'm just
I don't mind talking about it.
I got no permission, so I don't know what I can or can't.
I don't care. I'm happy to hard launch that here. So Amanda and I have decided that we are going to be opening up a brokerage in the DFW area. We originally were going to acquire a team. I think that has gone away, but we're not giving up. We really, really like the area. We actually went and bought a house in Frisco. For any of our clients or friends, we are not moving anytime soon, but it should be no surprise to anybody that my aspirations lie in a larger city, and it has nothing to do with anything other than bigger doors and bigger rooms. It's not money I'm chasing. It is being able to, like you said earlier, through your political aspirations, impact more people and serve more people. And I strategically chose a place near DFW that was 30 minutes away from the airport. So now if I wanted to go speak or coach, or I needed to go meet somebody, I can drive out the door in my own vehicle for 30 minutes, and I can be anywhere in the country in 3 hours, which puts basically all of America in my backyard. I can have, if there was a speaker or somebody that I wanted to come coach me, I can fly them here, and they're 3 hours from getting to the airport, and I'm 30 minutes away from picking them up and bringing them to my house and going, teach me, I want to learn.
Yeah.
So anyway, Dallas is happening. Again, we are not moving. We are keeping Monroe 100%. Monroe is the baby. Monroe lives.
No, I think it's growth. I mean, it's you're the best in the state of Louisiana. Then you move on to the states around, where you open up and bring in more people and bring in more growth within the real estate realm. I mean, there are things we're doing here. I've told Harrison this before I came on. There are things that we're doing here and goals that we have and that I have that may or may not be within the realm of the things that he wants to do, but they're what I want to do in the real estate world as far as new builds and just starting up the full-on construction side of things here, where we do some of that, but we're not doing a lot of it. And the opportunities in some of these larger markets will open up capital to be able to do a lot of those things. Because, guys, I don't know if you've dove into it lately, but a new build house, it's what you're going to get is not nearly what you can go buy.
Yeah.
Right now, right? I mean, it's the pricing. The pricing's just not there at the moment. It should catch up,
and there's not a lot of profit for the builder. Like we've built houses, and quite frankly, I'd rather buy. I mean, I'm sorry, I'd rather flip a house than build a new construction. I make more money in flips than I do in new constructions and development. Development is a rich man's game.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I ain't in rich man games. I'm in medium class games.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle, guys.
Yeah.
And so it's just it costs a lot of money to play in that world. I'm not there, and there's better things to do with your money. And I say that because in the past I've had consumers go, oh, I know that builder's making $80,000 on this spec, and I'm like, In what world in Monroe, Louisiana,
Yeah.
is a builder making 80 G's on a spec? I've seen these builders P&Ls. It's not. I make more money on flips than I ever have on a spec.
Post COVID, I mean, we saw it firsthand that the skyrocketing prices during COVID, and they really have not come down.
No.
And they never will. It's like
No, we just got price hikes on every single one of our supply houses. Absolutely not.
It's the
HVACs just went up. Shingles are going up. Yeah.
It's like the groceries, what we were paying before COVID and what we're paying now. Yes, it's come down, but you've seen the fluctuation just in eggs, $8 a dozen. I posted something the other day. I was like, oh, how the mighty has fallen. They were 99 cents a dozen. But then I go back the next day and they're back to $5. It's like, what's going on?
Yeah.
But it's those constant that it goes up. It may do this, but
it's
still going back up. Yeah.
And that's just it, guys. It's never like when corporate gets their hands and they know on money and they know that you'll pay X.
Yep.
They're not dropping their prices. We live in capitalism.
Right.
What you need to do instead of complaining about it is figure out how to make more of that money come to you.
Yep.
Did you know there are more $100 bills in circulation than $1 bills? What's that tell you? If you're not seeing enough $100 bills, it's because you didn't set your goals high enough, and you didn't. And if you did not do the activities. You didn't get down to the why, down to the nitty gritty of why those things had to happen in your life. Until you want success as much as you want to breathe, you're likely not going to hit your goals.
Well, that's interesting. You say it that way. We do have a new agent that started yesterday. Was his first meeting.
Yeah.
And I told him he was sitting in the break room. I was like, man, you can go across the hall. You can come sit in my office.
There's a whole agent room over there. You don't have to sit in the uncomfortable IKEA chair.
Well, it's new. You walk in a new building. You don't really know everybody yet and stuff like that. I get that. I've been there. But I told him, I said, man, one thing you're gonna find in this building. I was like, and it's not an internal like me versus you. I was like, but this is a very competitive place, and if you like competition, you will thrive here. I was like, there are people, and it's like there are people in here that have goals set. They're moving forward, and they're interested in hitting those goals every single day. And there are people in here with them that are like, hey, what do you need to get there? And it's like, and so that's what you're going to find here. I mean, I was like, man, this is one of the few places where I have every single morning. Good morning, DJ. What's going on? Hey, do you need anything? Hey, what's going on today? What's on your agenda? What are you doing? Like from multiple different people.
Well, you now have people in our system who now work for you. That's the kind of the beauty of our system. Is I was talking to a new recruit. They're actually signing their paperwork today.
Nice.
Very excited about her. And
so that's 33.
33, huh? No, we're not at 30 right now.
Oh, I'm sorry, 23.
We're at like 23, 24 now, yeah. And so she was like, why is it that your agents are so successful on average? And I said, I mean, it's very simple. So when you come over here, you're my business partner. You have the same, I have a worse split than you. So I have the worst deal here by far. And your split and your membership to this community means that you get everything that the number one agent in Louisiana has. You get the same technology, you get the same transaction coordinators, you get the same personal assistants, you get the same directors, you get the same listing agents, you get the same call center, you get the same marketing team. You get every single tool that it takes to be number one. So if you fail here, what's the problem? Right? There's only one person to did we fail? Absolutely. But those same people that fail you fail me.
Yeah.
Right? And yet I'm still able to overcome and win.
We don't fail. We learn.
We do.
We learn.
We learn a lot in this building.
The only time you fail is when you don't learn. I have learned that. And you are going to make mistakes. I mean, we're human beings.
Yeah.
And we work in a world where everybody's trying to cut everybody. And that's when I was, I guess, going back to that competition internally. Like, it's like everybody in here wants everybody to win. It's like we had an agent come in with 20 pendings in December in the entire room. She's like, "Are you kidding me?" Yeah. That's not a mad about it, not a upset. Like, holy cow, that's where I want to be.
What they see is someone hitting their goals and them going, if they can do it in this market with these interest rates, then where's my business at?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Like, we're proving every day. So, those meetings are set up on purpose. It's psychological warfare that I'm playing with you guys. Yeah. I am every day is a scoreboard. Those accountability calls is a scoreboard. Hey, I got 3 pending today. Well, what did you do, DJ? They got 3 pending. What'd you do?
I don't actually call into those accountability calls.
Why is that, DJ?
Because I never had it on my calendar.
You should put that on your calendar.
I know. I realize that
you haven't sold 70 houses in a year. You haven't.
I have not. I'm not. It's not because I don't want to. By any means. I enjoy.
I figured it's because that was around kid time, so I was. I stay out of the family issues.
No, that's not a. That's. I mean, everybody else is.
Yeah.
I'm not the only one with kids here. So, but it's all part of it. It's all part of the job and the work and honestly the family that is this place. I think we've had one conversation. I've had a couple of people that talking about the splits here and the things you get and this is like when you make that comment. I have the worst split in the building. I'm sure there are people like that's bullshit. But it's like
I'll trade
right. But it's one of those. I'm like just doing the math on all of it and the things like. We talked about this, like finding people in the commercial realm that are just advertising that they're selling commercial and there's none.
So we actually did marketing search. Are y'all ready, guys?
Yeah.
When we did commercial real estate marketing searches on Google and social, there is how much money, DJ, being spent in the commercial real estate marketing world right now?
Oh no, it's locally zero.
Local realtors or brokerages are spending $0 per month from what we can tell from our research.
I'm going to say that on general marketing of, hey, this is who we are, this is what we do, this is how we can help you.
Yeah, I'm not talking about a website they have. I'm talking about like they're actively putting ads into the market. They're actually spending money on those things, and we actually cannot find it in our research.
I couldn't find nothing outside of free post Facebook, LinkedIn type postings and stuff like that. But outside of that, it's not there now.
Which, by the way, I'm super thankful for because Google AdWords are a bidding system. So the less people who spend on it, the cheaper it is. So thank you guys for making those cheap. Domination incoming.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and there's also a lot of the new world, Chat GPT and things like that, and AI and advertising there, and the things that which I'm very curious because now on Google, if you have an ad in there, it has to say advertising on it, right? On this, if you're recommended and you're paid for those recommendations, does it have to say, hey, this is a paid recommendation, but this is who I was?
But there are no paid ads in AI right now.
Not yet.
Oh, there will be. 100%
right.
There will be.
But in all of that, part of going back to goals and what we're doing here and things that were said, I had that question asked me yesterday. I haven't really heard of Harrison Lilly for the last few years. What are you guys going to do that's any different than anyone else? And that kind of leans into it right there too. It's paid advertising.
Where was that person
on social in Ruston?
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Yeah. It wasn't a who are you?
No, just like a legitimate and our market share in Ruston's not huge. But if you're in West Monroe and Monroe, unless you've been living under a rock.
Which we'll get into Ruston. We're
we're definitely in there. You see my lead sheets.
Yeah,
we got a lot of shit going on Ruston.
In east the northeast part of the state, there's a lot of stuff coming too. I'll go to my goals. I like to set goals that are attainable, but they're not out of reach, but they're lofty goals. And so I came into this a little lightly, saying we're going to sell 20 this year. Now, what I have written on my wall is 20 leases, 20 sales.
That's 40, yeah.
Yeah, that's 40. But by the end of the week, the hope is to have 21 listings.
That number went up.
It did.
My man's been holding out on me.
It's nothing's signed yet. It's very. I left the city when I left the city because I expected 2026 to be.
Oh, I think it's going to be a great year.
Wild.
Did you see what interest rates did over the weekend?
Yeah.
We have high fives. Not like this. I mean, like high five interest rates.
Yeah.
And that's a really great place for American society.
Which they're high fiveable.
Yeah, and I think I would love to see us around a 5.5. I think that's a dream. But 5.75, anywhere around that is a really healthy place for our economy. And I don't think inflation will be will it go up? Absolutely. But I don't think it'll be massively affected. I don't think that you will have like a COVID year where real estate production went up 30% unreasonably for no reason.
I think you'll have a little bit of unreasonable around here for a little while.
We did 2,200. The board did 2,280 homes sold last year. I believe this year will be a 2,500 year, which is good. I just hope we get our own fair share of that.
No, I think you have a lot of what's going on with Meta, what's going on with even Amazon and Vicksburg, guys. Like that's going to land. Housing is going to land in
Tallulah.
Yeah, Delhi, all in that area. It's going to overlap, which is then also going to shift some to us over here in Washita Parish. But you'll have some overlay. Hell, I got a phone call last week, a hotel that needs 200 rooms from April to December every single day for employees that are going to be here in this market.
Like we should be knocking on some doors and making some phone calls.
It's a temporary gig. It's about a 9-month gig. I found out what it was. But they're going to be, it has nothing to do with Meta, nothing to do. It's all to do with our area here. And so on top of that, on top of the 10,000 people that are working there, on top of the God knows how many are going to be working on Amazon, here's another project coming to our area that's people going to be here in town. So you're going to have where my initial thought was we're going to be very dependent on hotel rooms and things like that in the short run. Mm-hmm. They're now getting filled. So getting to that world of houses that we didn't think were going to sell that are now going to, I mean, it's going to get a little weirder.
Yeah.
Just one project at a time. And, one more announcement here, one more announcement there with more jobs coming in. And we're set up in a way, this same gentleman I was talking to yesterday, that chip manufacturing thing in Ruston, I don't think people are giving it the kudos it deserves. It's the first American chip manufacturing. When you talk about global politics and things, like computer chip.
Computer chips. Oh,
yes.
Look at us, guys.
Yeah, and so when you talk about kind of global strategy and things like that, and what's being said in D.C. that America needs to do, and it's landing in our backyard first, with all this AI here, there's a lot of parity that's going to land in this I-20 corridor. I don't think it's even close to done yet. I think we have, with electricity, I think energy is trying to find its way through all of this because they all require a lot of power, and figuring out how to do that. But they're one of our only Fortune 500 companies in the state of Louisiana. I think they're going to be okay.
Yeah.
It's just going to take a little bit of patience and time, and they'll figure it out. They have a lot of really talented people working in that company.
Yeah. You don't get Fortune 500 without like somebody being smart.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they also have, I mean, it's not just Louisiana. They have pieces of Texas, Arkansas, Mississippi and stuff, So there's other grids we can kind of pull in from and things like that. And so I think they're going to get it figured out. But in the same breath, I think there's some other things coming in that nobody knows about. All these ancillary businesses that tie in to all of this stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of rumors around it, and you don't know which one's true. And even DJ and I don't. DJ, obviously with political connections and the job that he came from, he may get a tip off that he wasn't allowed to talk about or something every now and then. But you just don't know what a rumor is and what's not until something's actually inked.
Well, when the numbers on Meta officially get put out, like what they're really spending here,
it's a lot.
You're gonna have people. They're like, why are they spending that much there?
Yeah.
What's going on? And it's going to be, how do I get in there? It's talk about the McDonald's effect on everything. Like, what can we do to get plugged in and to get in that corridor? Why are they there? What's going on? I mean, there's so many what ifs there, but outside of those what ifs, what's here now, what's going on, the companies here that are growing, the companies that better have set very lofty goals for 26, 27, 28, there's opportunity that's coming to this market. I think, again, from the housing market, I think it's going to get really wild. We're also in that kind of transitional time period where the baby boomer generation is like officially retiring and selling off blocks of properties, and they have a big opportunity. Okay, well, look, if I'm ever going to get what I really want for this house,
Today is the day.
Today's the day to sell. And look, I got two different groups in those listings. That's essentially what it is. It's, hey, I'm completely ready to retire. I'm ready to get rid of all this stuff. Here's the time to sell. If y'all are looking for houses in Delta, holler at me. But there's opportunity there. The other one is, hey, I want to get rid of these and get into this section. So you're also that transitional, hey, I see these other opportunities. So let me reach up and kind of try to move one step up the ladder. These right here are not holding you back, but they're just not in that same tax bracket. So how do I get rid of that? So you're going to have a lot of that, a lot of kind of ladder climbing here in the next couple of years of people. And that's we say it's one of those things that this is a generational, once in a lifetime deal. And at the end of the day,
it's the biggest opportunity in Northeast Louisiana, and since I've been born and lived here, for anyone to come in and make some money, grow a business, get started in investing. Look, I have an investor I thought she was borderline retired, but this whole thing started making her wheels spin. And she is now buying every house she can from West Monroe on the I-20 corridor down through Swartz, and she's like buying them on small spreads, deals I wouldn't do, but she's not afraid to go stage herself, go to get them furnished herself, go to garage sales to save money. Like, she's putting in the sweat equity to get these things set up. So for $3,000 to $5,000, she's furnishing whole houses. She's bought like 6 houses. She got a direct line in. Somebody is hooking her up with meta renters. The amount of money that she is making is dumb. And now you're asking me, like, okay, well, she got it in a thin margin, so cool, she's making some cash flow. Yeah, she's putting all that money back into the houses on direct principal pay down if they're not already paid off in cash. And then as soon as the boom's over, she now has 10, 15, 20 houses that are completely paid off in 10 years. You call that a cash in when she gets to make $2-3 million for her 10 years of labor? As our part-time job, by the way.
Right.
Right. Like, and that's the opportunity is available if you're willing to go out and work for it. And it's the first time ever, in my opinion, in Monroe where it's been this easy.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say this easy, but I don't disagree. It's definitely the first time.
I'm not saying easy, but it's
like
been easier.
COVID was there were people in
because
this
there was
building.
so much free cash flow.
Right.
Right. Especially realtors. Like, I went and looked at the numbers. I did a KTV interview thanks to freaking DJ over there. By the way, I don't like being on camera. So DJ comes to my office and he's like, hey, I need a favor. And I was like, what? And he went, so KTV asked me to do an interview. I can't do it. Do you want to do it? I said, no. Like, I didn't even like laugh. And I said, no. And he just looked at me. I was like, fuck. Okay, I'll do it.
Look, I could not add any real relevancy because anybody that knew, has my business picked up since Meta? 100%.
Yeah.
100%. I mean, I'm what's happened in the last couple of weeks, crazy. Should I be the one speaking to that? No.
Yeah. And so anyway, well, I brought it in a direction of just data, for them, and gave them year-over-year numbers in 21 with when COVID was in full swing, and then all the way to 2024 versus 2025, and did a year-over-year comparison. And there were, again, 2,880 homes that sold in COVID. Nobody got spoiled and blessed and was given free money like people in the real estate world. Investors, real estate agents. It's actually it created a problem because then everybody went into the market to be a realtor, and then now we have a lot of failing realtors and a lot of overpopulated brokerages. And anyway, but it's just not easy anymore. So now there's 30% of that volume has been cut out of the market. Well, what happens with all those agents? A lot of people not taking home paychecks.
Right.
And so, lots of free money in that sector. And there was some between the PPE loans and the
EIDL.
The EIDL, I'm still paying that one. And then the subsidy checks. Lots of free American cash flow, and people were spending those things in restaurants. They were buying clothes. They were not spending them for great. They were buying nicer cars. Yeah. they were able to do things like the consumers were doing forbearance. They didn't need the forbearance, but they took their $2,000 house note, pushed it to the back, got all sorts of additional fees and interest, and then they went and bought an Escalade. Well, then now you've got forbearance is over as of like last year, I believe, and now you have all these foreclosures. Well, it's because people had Escalades and a $2,000 house note for the first time, and they were like, "Oh crap,
Yep.
I can't afford this."
Yep.
And so, yeah, and we can get on what's the deal with money management? Yeah, I could talk about that all day long.
Well, American money management, people, what's the old adage, the rich get richer? It's because
they understand the management of money. Yeah. It doesn't matter how much money you make. I have clients who make $400,000, $500,000 a year, and they are absolutely stone cold broke. You know that one of the wealthiest people in my companies has never made six figures in their life, and they're one of the wealthiest. They're this close away from being a millionaire right now, and they've never made over six figures. Oh, and by the way, they're not old either. They haven't had a lot of time. They've just managed their money well. That's insane to me how we have people who make $200, $300, $400, $500+ a year and are absolutely broke. And you got people, teachers are one of the largest classes of millionaires in the U.S.
Yep.
And what teachers make here? Yeah, probably starting out at 40, upwards of 60. If you're a coach, you get a little higher than that. And they're millionaires. It's not about how much money you make, guys. It's about how you manage what you're blessed with. Just
because you have it. It's one of my favorite ones. It's pick two different people, and it's a picture of their bank accounts. One is $10,000 sitting in a savings account over here with $144 in their checking account. And they're like, "Hey, I'm broke. I can't do anything." And then the other person's got $1,000 in their checking account, but nothing in their savings. "Oh, where you want to go eat? I got it. It's on me."
Yeah.
Like it's that mindset of, and it's, look, I've struggled with it at times myself.
Oh, dude, but it is something that I'm, as of about 2 years ago, I made a decision. Now, I didn't have a broke problem. I still managed my money well, but I was very addicted to things and what money could do for me.
Right.
And I have completely broken that relationship in myself and gone, I do not care.
Oh, you said one of the funniest things you've said to me in a while regarding that, and that, your house is back on the market. Y'all just bought this and got them both listed. I'm like, which one are you gonna move into? And you're like, I don't care, buddy. It's in God's hands. Whichever one He wants me to have. It's like I'll take what. Like at this point, I don't care. I really don't care.
Realistically,
it's not about the house. It's the people in the house with me.
Oh, that's right. I just, as long as Amanda and Bruno come stay with me and the kids come see me, I don't give a shit. I would actually enjoy it. Like if somebody would do me a favor and go buy Standard Read, I'm gonna pay off 2 houses with that money I have locked up in there, and then me and Amanda will have absolutely no actual like home note anymore. And then now like freedom is like, I'm living in this freedom where it doesn't matter, like an agent leaves or a client fires me and I go, okay, hey, I'm not the best partner for you. I completely get it. High five. I love you anyway. This changes nothing about my life. Yeah.
Or you can lease Standard Read too. Are you leasing it, or you just?
Oh, I've got it up for lease and for sale. So for $6,000 a month, you get a luxury furnished home.
We had someone in there. They just got relocated.
Well, yeah. So it's signed a 3-year lease, and they were courteous. I'll see what kind of shape my house is in a few days. I pray, Lord, do not let me walk into a shit show, for I shall lose my mind.
I think you'll be fine.
Yeah. So anyway, but I'm allowing them to break their lease as long as they do everything else in good faith. And then, so they were only in there for 6 months. I was planning on them leasing it for 3 years, which was going to do really great things for my finances.
Yep.
But anyway, now I just, don't care. Amanda doesn't want to move. I don't either.
Yeah, I don't blame you. You can play Mario Kart anywhere.
I mean, that's the fanciest thing we do, little Thursday night Mario Kart action with C Money.
Or, or you cook bacon and vegetables and you try to pass it as a vegetarian dish. And Amanda was like, "Oh, it was all vegetables.
Veggie
in there."
soup, baby.
I was like, "Except for the bacon."
2 pounds of bacon. Double smell. Like I got bacon and I put it on a great barbecue rubbed the bacon. And then I let it smoke at 225 for probably 4 or 5 hours. And then I jacked it up to 400 just to get it crispy, took it out. sliced it up, and dropped it into the vegetable soup. And then for the next rendition, which was the next night, I was like, ooh, that was good. I can make it better. I dropped black eyed peas in that same concoction, and I double smoked sausage. I got smoked beef sausage off the shelf, smoked that for 4 hours at 225, sliced it up, browned it down, and then I put the whole thing in the smoker, like the whole, so then I put all of it together, and then I put all that in the smoker for about 5 hours. And it is smoky. You can literally feel the carcinogens coming out of your skin later.
Best.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Sean Menifee, he's coming for you, big guy.
I can't cook like Sean. Yeah, my food is very novice compared to his.
No, it sounds delicious.
Although when he said that he made the gnocchi the other day.
Oh yeah.
No, hold up. I was very 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 proud of him until he brought out the motherfucking. You got to edit that. Bagged gnocchi. Oh. I was expecting greater things.
That's like, and gnocchi's easy to. Well, I say it's easy. I've never made it, but it's just potatoes and eggs, and roll it.
I've never made it myself, but I need to because I love gnocchi. Like that is one of the things, if done correctly, that dude you give me. Like, dude, I would do some sort of a shaved chicken. Like I would do some like Italian like seared chicken where it was like crispy on the outside, thin shave it like almost. Like Nukes does their chicken, and then I would probably do some sort of a tomato basil Alfredo sauce over the gnocchi. Probably drizzle a little pesto on top of it. Drop that chicken on top of it. Stir that shit up.
I just let Januses do it for me. That's it.
I think I can do it better.
Oh, I love that.
Although I did have a cook off against Januses and Geno's. I made lasagna. And then we went and picked up lasagna from Geno's and Januses.
So my go-to at Januses when it's on the menu is the seafood lasagna.
Yeah. Oh, good. I've never eaten it there.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So I'm going to tell you that, Geno's cannot make lasagna as well as I can. Amanda agreed with that statement. Januses lasagna is top tier. It's good. I don't know that mine was better or worse, but it competed, and I was okay with that.
Yeah.
I was absolutely okay with that.
That
hurt.
That had guilt in there, huh?
No, I was like burping and talking at the same time, and man, that was painful.
So I guess getting back on track, I don't know if you guys have noticed this. We should probably call this thing the Squirrel Podcast because we do kind of go all over.
I mean, that's what we should have just called this Rabbit Holes with Harrison and DJ, or DJ and Harrison.
And that's by the way, we are in a new space.
I mean, kind of. If I could turn the cameras around, you would see that Jordan is still an absolute slob.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
It's
I wonder if he's in there about to throw things at him.
Maybe.
No.
But we are kind of transitioning from the space we were in to the new podcast studio.
We're not in a closet anymore. We're actually in what is a professional studio.
Right.
And then, so this is the private studio. So this is going to be where our set's going to be for our stuff. But our public sets will be done about 10 feet down the hall. The commercial carpet's going down at the end of the month. Had to order that today. Once that's done, lighting, staging, and we're open for business, and you too can come have a wonderful podcast experience.
Yeah, and look, I know a couple of people have already reached out interested in doing that. I would highly recommend it. A lot of the stuff that's going on here and what's offered and available, it's top tier. And you got, Jordan's doing a great job.
Yeah, researching into this, because Jordan's doing a really good job of getting everything set up. What I've learned is that the video editing just takes a long time. So we're probably going to be hiring a full-time video editor so that people can actually, it's a service we'll offer is, hey, like come edit we'll edit your videos for you. We'll pop out 6 reels per hour, plus your long form editing, and then we'll hand it back to you so that you can go upload it on whatever medium you want. And if you do one podcast a week, you'll have basically a reel a day.
Yeah, and for people that, I guess going back to goals, people that set the goal of having more posts on social media, that's a one. And look, Harrison checked me on this last week, asking me how much I'm posting.
Oh, I was talking shit.
And you should. And quite truthfully, if I'm being honest about this, it's getting back into the rhythm of doing that, because when you work for yourself, you have to self promote. You have to do that.
Yeah, I don't enjoy posting about myself at all. It's just a thing that you have to do as a business owner, guys. You don't have a choice. If you want to compete in today's market, if you're not putting your brand out there and showing, you got to answer some questions for people.
Right.
What service do you offer? What's it cost? What's the value that it brings to the consumer? You have to answer that question for them. And then how does it change their life? And you've got to answer those questions on social media to give yourself a leg up.
Well, and everybody's looking. And today, the one thing about real estate is that, not everybody needs you every day, but they're going to need you one day. Right. And so it's that top of mind awareness. And the best place to do that is.
Yeah, I want to interject there. So for those of you who don't know, like we just signed with a private equity company inside the real estate side. And for a technology partnership, and I was doing a leadership call with the founder, Ben Kinney, and we were talking about recruiting, posting, advertising, client acquisition, things like that. And he said, "I'd like to prove a point to you guys real quick about being consistent." He goes, "How long has everybody?" There was like 300 partners in the group, and he said, "How long has everyone known me?" And so everybody put in the number. And I was like, for me, I've been in real estate 10 years. I've known who he is. I've been following him for 10 years. And then he said, okay, there's some big numbers. Now, how long did it take all of you to go into business with me? And dude, the numbers were, obviously smaller, right? Well, for me, it was 10 and 10, you know. Yeah. But, for some of those people, like known for 15 took 10 years. Known for 12 took 3. And he said, my point is exactly this. You guys didn't need me when you met me. But you learned what I was about. You learned what it did for people. You learned our success. And through us telling a story over a very long period of time, you have reasoned within yourself that partnering with me and my partners is a great idea for you. Quit shooting your shot one time and thinking that it's going to change your life.
Right.
It doesn't. It's about consistency. DJ and I do not. Well, actually, I do enjoy coming in here. It's like a forced time where DJ and I get some bro time in, which is why our conversations typically rabbit trail. But it's not our favorite thing to do to say, hey, we're going to get in front of camera and have a conversation. We could just go get coffee or have a beer together and do the same thing. But guys, just in the last, I said the last 2 weeks, because I've been a little more active on social myself lately, outside of just Jordan doing it for me. And I have already had, I have 3 agent interviews in Dallas. I don't even have a license in Texas yet. I haven't even hard launched in Texas yet. 3 people, because of our podcast and because of my social presence, have reached out to me and went. A guy sent me a message the other day. He said, "Man, I've been following you. Thank you so much for putting out your videos." Not a lot of people watch my videos. It's like a low one is like 600 or 800 views. A high one might be 5,000 views. Not a lot of people are watching my videos. I'm not a viral sensation or anything. And he goes, "Thank you. They mean a lot to me. You're the reason I went and got my real estate license. I'm currently doing this and working to go full time like you preach." And I was like, "Wow, man. I didn't know you watched. Thank you so much. I'm honored. I'm going to screenshot this to my production guy because I know it would mean a lot to him too, and it does." And so I screenshotted it over to Jordan Shane and said, "Hey guys, thank you for your help in this. We changed a life today."
Yep.
And those are the conversations I'm having where I'm like, "Hey dude, you're in Dallas?" And they're like, "Yeah, I'm in Dallas." I was like, "So no one knows this yet, but I just bought a house over there and we're going to be opening up shop here soon. Is that a conversation you'd be open to having?" And he was like, "Wait, I don't just listen to you now? Like, I can work with you?" I was like, "Yeah, absolutely. I'll coach you myself for free. It's built into the program." And he was like, "Oh, dude," he goes, "I want me and my wife to meet you." Somebody here who's a friend, they had somebody from Dallas call me just to say, "Hey, if you ever open up in Dallas," I was like, "I am." What? They have 5 under contract today. They're not a new realtor. They're a producing realtor who wants to partner with me based on our Monroe reputation. That's what this does for your business.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, even go a little more personal in that. This is the second time I've got my real estate license.
Yeah.
And in the last 6 years, first time, Harrison and I have known each other. We were business partners at one point.
Yeah.
Known each other for a long time. That first go around, there wasn't a whole lot of conversation about me come and join because the conversation was not, it was a hobby. It was going to be like a hobby deal there. So, but now like this go around was kind of like, hey, what are you doing? Go get your life. Come over here and move in that respect. And in that respect, I've known you maybe not 20 years yet, but pretty close to 20 years. And it's finally
it's going to be like 18. No, we didn't know each other 18 years ago, but I had seen you, you had seen me.
We knew each other like Joe and I knew each
I
other.
was drunk at a college bar. You were a bartender.
It happened.
Pretty sure you told me to go F myself at some point.
Well, the nature of that world.
I was an 18-year-old drinking, so
we were all. So was I. That was the fun one. But in going through that whole process of, really this when you join teams like this, it's a business partnership. It's not really, you're not really an employee. I mean,
this is not a typical broker agent relationship.
No,
we truly do partner with our people. So no matter what, like you want to buy a house, cool, me too. You want to buy a building? Cool, me too. You got a problem with the deal? Cool, I do too, because my P&L is directly attached to yours. I need that deal to go through. You now have my time.
Right.
You ever called me or asked me for something and I didn't respond?
No, in fact, we've had 10, 11. It's kind of funny. The first time this happened, it was like 11 o'clock. We had like a Teams meeting, and he goes, man, how did I know you'd have me on this call? And I told him, I said, it's why you asked me to join this team, because you knew I would have you on this call. And he went, yep.
Except for I don't want to be on this call. I want to be in bed.
Yeah.
I don't stay up late anymore, man. I'm sleeping pill at 9:30 Harrison these days.
Yeah. No, I get it. But it was one of those, like, and it's another thing on kind of perspective. Like when you can create those aha moments for me, like, yeah, you're right. Shut up. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, no, and I was thankful. I was like, hey, a new agent that knows what it takes, which is working at 11 o'clock at night to get stuff done. Like that's part of winning here.
Yeah, and and when it's fun, like I said, and it's fun up here, and you have people cheering you on, you have people on your side, and it's other agents on your side. Like it's enjoyable. There hasn't been a day yet that hasn't been enjoyable up here. It's
eventful too.
No, it's very eventful for sure. There's a lot of different personalities in the building, which is very fun. That's the dynamic of it. But it's just getting started. Like that's the craziest part about all of this, is just getting started. And there's people here that maybe they haven't had the opportunity in their life to find real success, and they're finding it in this building. It's you find people at different phases in their life, and sometimes it's easy to forget that you were in that phase at one point, right? And
I remember how excited I used to be in that phase.
Well,
the wins, man. The wins were huge.
Was it 2 days ago? I walked in your office and I'm like, I got this, and you looked at me, you go, you're pretty damn excited right now, aren't you? I was like, yep, I'm just not showing it like I used to, but I am. And it gets to that point where it's like, this is like, it's fun because you're winning, and we have people in this building and they'll tell you, like, look, man, I never had this opportunity, and here I am, and I can't, like, that mindset, I can't lose, because I just won't allow it to happen. So I was like, if you keep that, you'll be just fine.
You will hit your goals. Hey, look, we wrapped it up.
Right. Boom.
Yeah. But yeah, so anyway, you guys definitely got to listen to another episode of
What's the deal with rambling?
Yeah, there you go. I was going to say the Squirrel Brothers. No, but we appreciate you guys listening, and we hope that the little bit that we talked about goals, think about that framework, putting that puzzle piece together, and the pillars inside your life that have to happen. Figure out your why, and then put together a great plan.
And truthfully, write it down.
Oh yeah, please
write it down. Write it down. Say it. If you gotta put it on your mirror in the morning and affirm it every single morning.
Yeah.
And speak it into existence. I think a lot of goals are not obtained because we forget what our goals are.
Yeah.
If you don't allow yourself to forget it, you can't not pass it.
So I'm inside of that right there, what you said. So last night there was a person, I've been putting out like job ads for like ISA and some stuff lately, and a person that I went to Bible college with. Yes, guys, I went to Bible college, and His name was Matthew Panagopoulos, and he lives in Texas.
Thought I had a weird last one.
Nah, we call him Penny.
Yeah.
So I still remember that. That was funny. I was 18 or 19 years old. Yeah. But anyway, big guy, super nice. And he was reaching out to me. He goes, man, if I lived where you live, like I'd totally want to work with you, blah, blah, blah. And he still follows me. And so I was just messaging him back last night. And he goes, man, I'm so proud of you. And I was like, what? I mean, thank you. What's going on? And he went, I remember, he goes, on Sunday mornings. So we went to this Bible college we went to. It was a school from a mega church.
Yep.
I've never been to a mega church in my life at that point. So
What, Bethany's not a mega church?
no, homie. We just Balkanville on the other side of the road is all. Yeah. And so anyway, so I'm at this mega church. Everybody's got money. The cars that are outside are ridiculous. I mean, people are pulling up in limousines. A Mercedes was a low-end car, okay? And I've never seen any of this before, and I was looking out the bus window, and I think he was sitting somewhere around me, and I said, I'm going to have that one day. I'm going to have that one day. And because I didn't know what money looked like at that point, but I knew I was willing to outwork anybody. And he said, man, you did it. He goes, you can have any one of those cars that were in that parking lot. And he goes, I remember you saying you would have that one day. And now to me, it's not about the having the car. It's about the ability to pull the trigger. If I wanted to walk out of here today, that's called hitting a goal. It's called freedom. And hitting goals leads to absolute freedom. And putting that stuff out there, I believe in the spoken word. And that's actually what I told him back. I said, well, man, to this day, I still believe in the spoken word. Like, I command what I want out of this life. Yeah.
I think... funny, I guess we're trying to wrap this, but go back
That's
to
okay.
that.
We finally got on point.
That dinner we had at Parish with my famous buddy, one of the things he said, remember, and there wasn't a whole lot of stuff in there that I'd quote, but the one thing he said, like, you have to command it and ask for it, but you're not asking permission.
Yeah.
You're like, this is what I want, and this is where I'm going to go, and this is what I'm going to do to get it. And I'm asking you for that.
Yeah. And is this the opportunity that's going to get me there? Is this the opportunity? Yes. And you're asking, you ask not, want not.
Right.
You know, and so I let people know where I'm going just in case they might be the person that helps me get there.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of my absolute favorite analogies and I probably used it on here already. My coach said, in every baseball game, there's about 4 or 5 plays that will determine the outcome of that game. If I could tell you those 4 or 5 plays, this would be the easiest game in the world to play. Nobody knows when those 4 or 5 plays are coming. It's different for every game. It's different for every person.
It's a pitch. It's an error. It's a slide. It's an overthrow.
It's a brain fart on first base. Guy gets picked off, costs us the inning.
It's a cloud, and it leaves the sun, and it gets in the outfielder's eyes, and their eyes can't adjust at just the right moment.
It's just 4 or 5 plays in every game that determine the outcome. Your life's the same way. There is 4 or 5 situations in your entire life. And here's another, I'm just going to go full Marvel on this. Said in Deadpool, it's only 4 or 5 decisions you will make in your life that makes you either a good guy or a bad guy.
Yeah.
It's the same kind of thing. There's only a handful of plays that'll make you either very, very wealthy or very, very broke. And I've had a couple of those plays that I've dropped.
Yeah.
You've had a couple of those plays that you've hit a home run with, right? Like,
I would argue I've dropped a few balls.
No, you absolutely too. And the same, I'd say the same for me on both sides. But in that, you never know who's that person that's going to help you in that double play.
Yeah.
You never know who's that business or that entity that's going to take you from, for me, I mean, I got a local guy that I signed a buyer agreement with that our goal is to buy and sell 40 to 50 homes this year.
Let's go.
That's one person. That one he knows if I find it and bring it to him, it's going to elevate him, and he knows that it's going to elevate me as well in that regard. And so that's one of those 4 or 5 situations in my career that I can look back on and say, hey, that was one of those most pivotal plays in my life that move me forward. So
Yeah.
in that, and that's just why people say write your goals down and affirm them and say them out loud, is so you remember at every single moment. It goes back to that top of mind awareness. It's every moment. If I'm thinking about this when a situation arises or a random person comes in, oh, this person may help me hit this goal today, right? And so it's just kind of
using them as partnership,
right?
Yeah, we want them to win too,
right?
Yeah.
Well, it's everybody, rising tides, rise all ships. And in that same regard, when you're not thinking about it, it'll go away. But if you're thinking about it, you'll rise with the rest of the ships.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, that's a great place to wrap up. Guys, thank y'all for joining us on What's the Deal. We will see you next week.
Thanks,
Have
guys.
a great day.